What is up, toy freaks? Welcome to this episode of Opening Retro, the series where I buy toys from yesteryear for cheap and bad packaging, and I open them so you don't have to. So today we're going to open Micro Machines Space Series, the Galaxy Voyagers set. Very interesting line, but this is set number 6, the Galaxy Voyagers collection. Got this at the flea market for $8, which I thought was a steal of a deal. But we can see that the packaging is bent. It's got some ripples, some water damage. On the bottom, it's starting to come apart. The bubble's starting to come off the cardboard, you know, minor rips and tears. On the back, we've got some impressions on here. So overall in not great condition. So opening this really isn't going to hurt the value. But, you know, listen, the Micro Machines Galaxy Voyagers is a thing that happened in the mid-90s, 1994-ish. The Micro Machine line was about 4 years away from being bought by Hasbro. And during this time period, they kind of released a lot of space stuff. They did the Star Wars stuff, the Star Trek stuff, the Babylon 5 stuff. And with those licensed sets, you know, collectors and people that knew about those franchises sort of bought those. Micro Machines Galaxy Voyagers kind of took a back seat. You know, there's no cool stories, no photon torpedoes and Klingons, no lightsabers. You know, just sort of a set that exists. Now, if you're interested in collecting these, there are like 11 sets, and sets 1 through 6 are kind of common, pretty easy to find. 7 through 11 are a little bit more challenging, and I want to say there was like 3 or 4 play sets, so it's not a huge set in the pantheon of Micro Machines. But yeah, we're going to open this today. Very interesting, and I've never opened a Galaxy Voyager set. I never had these as a kid, and I don't think I really have any of these in my collection, so that's going to be awesome. So before we open this, we always take sort of a package tour and look at the package. They really don't make packaging like this anymore. It's very exciting packaging, very cool. And nowadays, you know, they just kind of throw stuff in a box. Some of the stuff is just windowless, you know, like the Star Wars stuff or the Indiana Jones stuff. I don't like that. On the back, we can take a look at some of the other vehicles and collections in this series, which I think is a little underrated. But like I also said, it's not something that I had as a kid, so I don't really have any nostalgia for it. Did you have the Galaxy Voyager series when you were a kid, or do you collect these? Leave a comment down below. We have this really cool Micro Machines space logo right there. Nice. But yeah, let's get this opened. So we've got our V-44 Devastator tank right there, the TriStar phaser cannon in the middle, and the Trilobite Hyper Responder, which I think is probably the most interesting ship in the package. But let's get this open. Classic Micro Machines, gotta love them. So there we are, they're out of the packaging, and we'll get these off the card and we'll take a look at them individually. So the first vehicle out of the package is the V-44 Devastator tank. When I took this out of the package and turned it over, I thought it's just regular Micro Machine wheels. They didn't make a regular wheelbase or a different wheelbase. They just used what they had in stock. But yeah, look how nice and shiny that is. Kind of reminds me of a tank that would be in like Terminator or Aliens or something like that. But yeah, some really nice detailing on the vehicle itself. Some nice color schemes. Got the top hatch. Got all your battery stuff here. Your cannons and your missiles and your radars. Some nice detailing on the side. Flip this thing around. Look at the back. Very nice. Does this turret move? The turret does move. So, you know, it's a typical play feature. Not too exciting. 7FA. Maybe 7th Field Artillery Unit. I don't know, because these things don't have, you know, established stories. But yeah, the V-44 Devastator tank. Pretty nice looking vehicle. Next up is the TriStar phaser cannon. Again, where do they get these names? They never, like I said, they never really established like the good guys and the bad guys, or anything like that. They're just kind of there. But yeah, it's kind of, I don't know what this would look like. Maybe like a prototype stealth bomber or something. I don't know. It's very flat, almost UFO triangle shaped sort of vehicle. Got some cannons and missile batteries on the side. Again, nice detailing. These are nice vehicles for sure. On the bottom, we've got some retractable landing gear, which I like. Kind of put the gear in, and now we're in more of a flight mode. You can land that sucker. Take a look at the back, side, the cockpit. Yeah, very interesting and cool vehicle. So last vehicle in the set is the Trilobite Hyper Responder. Now, when I saw this, I thought this would probably be my favorite vehicle in the set because it kind of reminds me of a shuttlecraft from Star Trek. You know, it's got sort of those Enterprise lines to it, you know what I mean? Where it's got a curvature to it. But yeah, very interesting. Got some cannons here. Again, cockpit is all blued out. Some really nice detailing on the ship itself. Some nice coloring, some red, some black, some blue. Again, they're not bad vehicles. You just don't know what they're for, you know what I mean? Because there wasn't like a comic book or a TV show. That's what the bottom looks like. That's interesting that there's like a porthole here. I wonder if this connected to part of the playset. But yeah, you can see some additional detailing underneath with some cannons and some guns. Almost looks like a bug, you know what I mean? Almost looks like something from Starship Troopers or something. But anyway, yeah, very cool vehicle there. Let's take a look at all three of them lined up. All right, so there it is, Micro Machines Galaxy Voyagers. Which one of these three vehicles was your favorite? Like I said, honestly, I thought this was going to be my favorite vehicle because it's more of a Star Trek-y look to it. But I actually like the V-44 tank. I think if you have some Starship Trooper sets, some Alien sets, some Terminator sets, this vehicle would do really well into those sets. There they are. We'll just kind of take a glancing close-up look at them. I do like that this one has retractable landing gear. That was a feature that was added later in the Micro Machine line. That wasn't a part of the initial Micro Machine releases. The planes didn't have, retractable landing gear, which is sort of a bummer. But anyway, do you like these opening retro videos? If you do, make sure you subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and as always, thank you for stopping by the Toy Freaks.